Hi, welcome back. I'm Paul Chartier. We have guest Hunter Lyle from the Arthur Murray Studio. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. It's great to be on the show.
John Painter from Anything But the House.
Everything But the House. Thank you.
Good to have you. And Patty Newsom with the Rotary and some other things as well.
Right.
You've been around for a couple years to build a great resume, haven't you?
Well, I try. Thanks for having us on.
You're welcome. The Rotary is a fabulous organization, and it's involved in quite a few things. Talk a little bit about the Rotary and some of the philanthropic things that you do.
Okay, the Rotary, at the moment we're getting ready for our 8th annual Dancing with the Stars event, and it will be May the 12th, 6 o'clock at the Marriott Griffin Gate. And we're just really thrilled about it. You can come, and we have a social hour, and we'll have a silent auction, and then there will be a lovely dinner, and then there'll be competition with the dancers, and then we have a band, the Mercy Men, that will play and for everybody to dance. When you're there and you see all the professional dancers, of course the thing you want to do is get on the floor and see what you can do. So you do have that opportunity. And
open bar first, right?
Of
and
course.
then the dancing begins.
Of course.
That's kind of the way my progression works. But go ahead, I don't mean to interrupt.
That works great. And we're happy about our silent auction, but this year we're doing something different. And John will go into detail about that, but we're going to have items online with Everything But the House. And we're so excited because Rotarians are donating things, and then we're going for some big signature items. And the beauty of this is these items will be available for 5 to 7 days, whatever your group decides.
Oh, good.
So we're really
kind of building
excited.
up to the event.
Yes,
okay.
yes. So we're excited about that. And John is the Lexington head honcho for Dancing with the Stars. I mean, with everything but the house. So.
Too many initials.
Yeah,
I know.
These initials.
Hunter, you had a very interesting story about how this started with the Rotary and the dancing event. How did it get started?
I never will forget the day. We had one day in the studio, and I was in there in a former chair. Gerald Marvel comes in, and he says, "Are you Hunter?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I've got this idea for a charity event." Now, coincidentally, the same day, I had contacted another charitable group, and they had not returned the phone call.
Bad people.
Terrible. So I had actually bought several websites, like Dancing for the Cure, Dancing with Lexington Celebrities, Dancing with Lexington Stars. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. And if we do it, let's do it big. So we'll donate the website, we'll get things rolling, and we never look back. And it's been 8 years on it.
8 years, and every year a new flock of amateur dancers?
Yes, we get local celebrities and local notables that come on board, and they get, they get the fear out of them because they got to come in and dance. And we pair them with the local celebrities, with the teachers, and they actually pick a dance, and they go out there and they have 10 lessons to get ready. And they actually choreograph it, and they get on the floor. And it's all for charity, so it's a good cause, of course, and so they get out there and they dance. It's really fun.
Dancing is not easy.
True, especially at the competitive level. Social dancing, anyone can do. Competitive dancing, it's a little more, you have to be determined. You have to have the desire to do it.
I'm sure that what we see on TV every week,
yes.
Do you see that transfer into your business?
We do a lot, actually, yeah. We've had the pleasure of working a lot with Dancing with the Stars. A lot of the celebrities have come to our studio here in Lexington, and many are friends of mine. And so they come in, and it opened the door for a lot of dancing to let people say, I can do that too. But it also lets them reach to the stars, literally, because you see that and you go, wow, that's a really high-level dancer. So people start social, and they come in just to have some fun, and then they get better, and then they go from there.
Do you know yet who some of the celebrities are for this year's event?
We have several, actually. And although some have said to keep it under wraps, they want to keep it a surprise. So there are some nice people involved.
We won't tell anybody. Anybody you can talk about or not?
Well, there's one that is really, and we were just talking about him earlier, Dr. Fred Arnold and his wife Holly, and they're dentists here in town. So they're people that you might not think would get on the floor and just cut a rug. But she was very pleasant, encouraging them this year to come out there, and we taught them many years ago, and they said, you know what, let's do it. So, and they got out there, they tried the first lesson, they had a great time, and he said, if I'm going to do this, I want to win. So let's go all out. So the competitive aspect of this is getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
And there are judges.
Yes.
And is it judging on performance, or is there a fundraising component to this too?
That is a great question. You feel that? Or
I'll let you.
Okay.
take the
Basically,
floor.
there are 2 awards. You get a mirror ball if you win. There's the People's Choice.
And the mirror balls are made where?
They're here in Lexington, actually.
They make them in Kentucky.
Yeah, they really do, actually, yeah. And we originally had 1 trophy, and we realized we wanted to do 2. There's one for the People's Choice and one for the Judge's Choice. The People's Choice is for the reason of raising money, because it's a great charity.
Yeah,
so we're out
yeah.
there to get votes for people and raise some money. The Judge's Choice is who the judges pick, and they pick it based on performance and entertainment.
That's fantastic.
And dancing.
And when's the event again?
It's May the 12th at the Marriott at the Griffin Gate.
And we'll give a website.
Yes, people can go to our website, the Rotary Club of Lexington, and tickets, that's where you can get your tickets. And you can also call the office
I
and
think
talk
we
to
should get
Peggy.
Peggy's cell phone number.
There you go. Just give it
Yes,
out.
she would
She
love that,
yeah,
wouldn't
on,
she?
on television
Yeah.
at midnight, their phones are going off.
Yeah.
John, how did you get involved in this event? It wouldn't seem like something creative happened to get
Yes.
you involved in this.
It did.
And who went to whom?
So actually, Patsy and her daughter Melanie, they have been involved here in Lexington Rotary for several years, and Melanie actually happens to work for Everything But the House out of our Cincinnati headquarters. And she
I'm
came
sensing
to us-
nepotism, but go ahead.
Okay. So she came to us one day and said, "Hey, I've got a great idea. We have the Dancing with the Stars here in Lexington. We have the Rotary Club, and they raise money, for the Surgery on Sunday is the charity that it goes
We're going to
to.
talk about that in a minute. Yeah.
And as much as they raise a lot of money for that charity, we have realized that with our platform on ebth.com, with our 1.3 million bidders that we have, we can now take this charitable auction to the global audience.
A catastrophically huge,
Exactly.
it's unbelievable.
We can magnify the
Oh, my
number
goodness.
of bids that will come in, hundreds fold.
Around the world.
Around the world. And that will bring more eyes and more charitable contributions through the bidding process back to the Rotary Club and back to Surgery on Sunday. And, we're honored to do that because we have done this in other markets with the Cincinnati Children's Hospital and other charities around the country.
Wow.
And we're now bringing this to Lexington, and we're honored to really get started with the Rotary Club here in town.
Crazy that 8 years ago, Gerald comes to you, this happens.
Yeah.
You've had great success, and if you can share how much money you've raised, fine. If not, that's fine too. But you've raised a lot of money for Surgery on Sunday. You are now going to take this to another
We are.
stratospheric
We are.
level.
Absolutely.
We've raised around 500,000 or more. So, again, you take that level and expand it, it'll be amazing what we can accomplish for something at a really good cause.
And the reason that all this is going on is Surgery on Sunday.
Well, they are Surgery on, and I know you're familiar with them because I have seen them on your program here. And they are the primary beneficiary. But our endowment supports a lot of Lexington charities through the year. You've been in meetings and you see just about every week a different charity gets
it's
some
amazing.
money.
Yep.
And, Boy Scout, Girl Scout, Salvation Army, the
Name
Camp
it.
Horse and Around.
Yes.
Yeah. So we love to give money away to these Lexington charities because we all benefit from this and our city. And so it's just very worthwhile, and we just want everybody to step up to the plate here. So,
What do you foresee happening? Can you even
I foresee
imagine?
great things. I mean, we're going to take this, this well-known Rotary Club here in Lexington and the Dancing with the Lexington Stars, and we're going to take them from the local, regional level to the national level with Everything But the House through this auction, through our marketing. It's going to be phenomenal. It really will be.
Do you all have any ideas yet about items that would cross the state lines and be very popular? Do you have any? Have you collected any items, or have you discussed some of these?
We've discussed them, and if you look at our history on the website, through our national audience, we can sell everything to everybody, hence the name.
Yes.
but the house.
Jewelry, experience, once-in-a-lifetime experiences, whether, we bring in mentionable items like experiences with Keeneland or with the Derby or something of that nature. fashion and handbags and clothing and just beautiful things. Everything will sell and everything will help bring more money to this cause.
I'm sure Hunter's going to donate some lessons.
That would be great. I could use a few
Absolutely.
of those.
And why would someone from California, unless they flew Hunter out there to give lessons?
Oh, what
and
an
I'm sure
experience.
he's got sunscreen and a bathing suit that he would go to California. Would you not do that?
We would
Hunter
do it for
would.
this cause, definitely.
I think
crazy?
you just generated the first item we could add to the sale.
We might do the first item here. You never know. And the good thing too is we donate some gifts from Arthur Murray. There's an Arthur Murray in every city.
That's great.
And they could actually use it anywhere. And we have a special guest this year too, Anna Trubinskaya from Dancing with the Stars. We might do a lesson with her.
Oh, very nice.
No. They want the Hunter Lyle.
They want me. Oh, no.
You think?
Thank you for that.
They don't want what they see on TV. They want the Hunter Lyle.
thank
They
you
want the
very
real
much.
Hunter Lyle.
I will be the real one, and I'll fly there. I'll be the facsimile.
Who, historically with this event, who have been some of the celebrities that have come out and played with you?
We've had quite a
Yeah.
few. We've had, oh my gosh, in 8 years times 10 people each, or give or take, we've had over 80 local celebrities in this thing. Anybody from Goose Givens, basketball,
yeah.
to other, we've had all Sam Dick, Noel, we've had people from all the newscasters in town have been part of this.
Yeah.
We've had numerous people. We've had from Dancing with the Stars, we've had Louis Van Amstel, we've had Anna Trubinskaya, Chelsea Hightower, we've had all those local, the dancers on the show have been here. This year it'll be Anna Trubinskaya. She'll be here this year. And I'm working on Carrie Ann Anaba actually. But again,
Wow.
so you never know who's going to show up for
Yeah,
this and who's
yeah.
going to be part of it. It's pretty exciting, actually.
So growing up in the generation of athletes and dancers are athletes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, to see the guy that was on Dancing with the Stars and lost all the weight
Yeah.
from whatever that reality show that he's lost 30
Just
pounds.
like this.
It is not easy. I mean, they're drenching with sweat. And I would think to be a celebrity is great,
Yes.
but then you need to dedicate 10 days to come and take lessons.
Right, yeah. And we try to work around their schedule. So if a local person comes in, we give them 10 lessons. They might take those in 10 weeks or 5 weeks or 15. But we do find they lose weight and they get in shape. They always say, wow, this is a lot more strenuous.
Oh, yeah.
And I always say it's more fun than a treadmill. And when you get out there, you know, it's like walking a mile and a half every lesson.
Any fun stories behind the scenes that you can't tell but you really want to tell us?
Of course, yeah. We've had some that stood up, some that fell down, some that everything in between.
See, the bylaws of this program, you're allowed to name names.
I try. We protect the names, protect the not so innocent.
Okay, good.
But we've had some people get on the floor and spin around during these things that you would never expect them to do that. We've had things like moves that they do just to win the event.
Yeah.
One who's a local person, Buzz Carmichael. I never will forget when he got involved and he said, "I'm going to do the alligator," and I'm like, "You're going to do the what?" And so our teacher was like, "Okay," and so he gets on the floor, he spins around in the charity event, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. We were on this podium cracking up, just things like that you don't expect.
I mentioned before the open bar,
Yes.
then the alligator.
That probably helped.
The last minute or so, talk about Surgery on Sunday, because it's a special group. Talk about what they do.
Oh, it really is. And I know you're familiar, all of us are familiar with them. And I think it's every third Sunday in the month that a group of volunteers, physicians, nurses, staff, go to the Surge Center and they do surgery on the indigent people who need a procedure done, who do not have the means to have that procedure done. And just hats off to them. They have, I think it's 500-600 volunteers. And so it's very dear to our heart. And we're just happy to team up with them and give them some of the money that we get from this event.
You're familiar with them as well?
Very much, yeah. I remember the first time I met Dr. Andy Moore, I was stunned. We had such a great conversation, and he talked about what this really did for him, what this event, how much money it raised, and how many surgeries they could do. I think it was the average like $140 a surgery. And you figure you add all that together with the amount of raised in one night, you think, wow, how many people can you help? It's amazing. I mean, the reach is just unbelievable.
And we talked before about Lexington was the genesis for that to happen, and I think it's kind of going across state lines now and all the people that it's affecting. Anyway, Patsy, thank you. John, thank you for everything about the house. Great idea. Hunter, you're the best. You're a walking ball of energy. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
I'm Paul Chartier. Come to this event. It's a great event. We'll see you next time on Heart of Gold.